Hello, Danielle here. How's everyone doing? Well, it's been a while since I've done my last video. I've just not been up to doing it because I don't know what to talk about or things like that. And but a friend of mine, not mentioning any names, but they will know who I'm talking about when they watch this video. They said, why don't I do a video about feeling unwell and doing things like that. It's very hard for me to talk about things like that because I've not openly talked about it before. But they did give me some good pointers and some good advice about it and doing it. So they also say keep up the videos, even if it's something like pointless when you're talking about it. It's not pointless, but what I feel that I want to talk about, and the more comfortable I get, the more I will share. There's certain things that I can't share for some reasons. I'm not gonna go into that just yet, but yeah, it's just been how I've been feeling, and you know, feeling down a lot all the time, having good days and bad days. I've had a couple of really bad days for the past couple of days. But yeah, I'm getting out, even if it is down the shops or whatever. I'm getting out. Helps a little bit. Helps when I take dogs out over to the park, get some fresh air for myself, get some exercise for myself and for them as well, which is always good. So yeah, it's just, especially where the weather's been all right. The weather's been very, very, very good. So yeah, it's just how I've been feeling and whatever you, and oh, let me just change that. Feeling whatever you. So yeah, having the dogs, I think, helps a lot because you've got something to get out for, and you've got other stuff to, you know, take care of them. You take them out when it's nice, you know, and just been doing all of that. If I didn't have the dogs, I mean, I've got my mum and then my stepdad, but if I didn't have the dogs, then I'd probably be in a different position than I am at the moment. I've got people at home that care about me and things like that, so that always helps when you've got support, when you've got it, like when you've got the support at home. You can get support outside of your home, like whatever you're from, doctors and stuff and things like that, and they've offered me counselling, which I've never ever done counselling before in my life. Probably I should have done counselling before all of these, you know. That's probably why some things have gotten as bad than if I had counselling many years ago. Maybe it wouldn't. You don't know. You don't know whether, you can't say never, because if you haven't done it yet, then it's just one of them things where you've you know, it's difficult because I've not experienced it, but someone I know has, and they said counselling helps some people, don't help everyone. Everyone's different with how people deal with things, and that's why we've got the resources that there is, you know. So my videos, I think, is going to be about mental health. It's all very new to me, at the moment, but I would like to share more about it and talk more about it, and with, you know, other people, it might help other people, because I find it very, very, very difficult to talk about things like that because I've never had to. It's never, you know, affected me. Well, I haven't noticed it affected me until recently quite a lot, because so much stuff's going on and everything gets on top of you and things like that, and it's just one of them things where it gets to a point where you think to yourself, I need to get help, because I'm thinking a load of stuff that I shouldn't be thinking about, or thinking about the stuff I'm thinking about my family. And it is, you know, I plucked up the courage to get help. When before, years ago, I would have said, nah, don't want any help, but I'm alright, don't need any help. But it's got to the point now where I'm thinking, do you know what, I need to talk to somebody and stuff. So I'm on the right path for my doctor, and waiting for me counselling to come through. Very nervous about it actually, because I've never spoke to. I've only spoken to people I know, but they always say it's good to speak to a stranger. Sometimes it's easier to speak to a stranger than somebody you know, because you can go into more details with a stranger, because I don't want to go with my family members, because that will, you know, it'll probably upset them with the stuff they would hear. So it's not easy. I've been told it's not easy, but it just brings up everything up again, and I think I need that to start, you know, getting on the right path with things. So it always helps to talk about things. Like I said, I'm a very closed person about my feelings and everything, but it gets to a point now where it's like, do you know what, I do need to do something, need to help, need to do something. So it always is, you know, a good thing to talk about. And I don't think mental health don't get talk about a lot, and it should be. Mental health should be talked about a lot more than it is now. I think some people are afraid to talk about it because everyone's got different views on it, but I think mental health should be spoke about more and more discussion. So my videos, I think, is going to be a mixture of things. I'm going to focus on different things, but mostly I'm going to focus on mental health, because there's loads of people in this world that suffer from it, and it don't get talked about enough. So, you know, and like I said, talking about it might help other people, and they might think, looking at this video, they might think, oh, yeah, okay, it's okay to talk about mental health. It is okay to talk about mental health. Some people suffer in silence, and they shouldn't suffer in silence. It's not a thing to be ashamed of. It's just one of them things that happens, and you've got it, and it doesn't mean, you know, that you should be afraid to talk about it. Sometimes it helps to talk about it, because if you keep everything bottled up, I'm just being joined by my dog. Yeah, right. You know, it's just one of them things where it gets to the point, you know, where it's like, whoa, hang on. It isn't. It's just not a shame thing to say. It's just one of them things where it is easier to talk. It's not necessarily easy, but it should be easier to mental health should be dealt. You know, it shouldn't be one of them things where people thinking, oh, there's something wrong, but I don't want to say anything, because they don't want to. Some people, you don't know how some people take it. Doesn't matter. Forget what other people say. It's all about you. It's all about you and your mental health. If you need to talk about it, talk about it. Don't be ashamed of what other people think. Forget what them other people think. It's about you. And that's what I'm talking about. Mental health, it's about you. It doesn't matter how bad it is, or if it's new to you. It's new to me, very new to me. So don't ever be ashamed of talking about things, because in the long run it might help you. And these videos, I hope, do help other people. They're starting to help me. So I've only been doing a short while, but I need to keep them up, because I haven't been doing them as regularly as I would like. But yeah, so that's all for now. I'm gonna go, and I hope everyone enjoys the rest of their day. And yeah, stay safe, keep well.